Garrett Fry, the cemetery sequence lead for 3D digital map painting, and we're looking at shot 1931. So let's take a look at that. We start off on the left and go to the right. So what we're going to be doing, you need to do for this shot is that this guy here needs one of those borders, those little retaining walls for these garden gravestone plots. So you want to make sure that it's in the correct perspective, so that you are so it looks nice. Things that are out of perspective look very wrong all the time, and so you're going to want to just see if you can place this in a way that you can have the right perspective and it integrated into the ground. So this is probably because of the closeness of from here to here. It's not probably far enough, like some of these, like this guy over here. That's probably the proper width of one of these. This one is going to be a bit shorter, also because it starts to go down at this point right here. So that's probably right there. It's kind of like where you want the edge of your wall. It'll be a bit more square, not kind of rectangle, but that's okay. So they have those square ones there too. So what's a nice look, you can see it over here. This guy here, it's a little step, but it is kind of stuck into the ground. So you can have these steps, but you can just maybe expose just part of a step and then maybe a part of another step, which is okay. And it kind of helps to make it feel all really nice and integrated. This area is pretty much in shadow, so you can extend out some of those light shapes into these areas to add some visual interest on that. In addition to working on this area, there's also some area out here that you can add some gravestones. But the majority of the work is going to be happening in this area here, which is great. It's the foreground element, so you just need to make sure that your lighting, colors, and values are really, really spot on, and that your perspective is correct. Otherwise, it's not going to look well. It's going to look fake. Before starting out on the shot, it's really important to familiarize yourself with the extensive photo reference in the library. It is worthwhile to do quick matte painting concepts so you can start to understand what kind of photography works for what particular situation. Also, make sure you're utilizing the asset library, especially for those shots that require continuity between environments. These assets can be a huge help, and remember that every asset has high resolution photography, so if the asset is not high enough resolution when rendered, you can overlay it with photography.